morning, and I'm here to do my showcase project on what Riley and I did, which was what we titled Books for Kids. Riley and I both couldn't really decide at first what we would be doing for our Change the World project. I jumped around between 2 or 3 different ideas within that first week, where we were trying to figure out what we were passionate about. And then suddenly this idea dawned on me. I've always loved reading, and my mom is a remedial reading teacher in Cedar Falls, which means that she takes kids out of class, mostly younger kids, kindergarten through 2nd graders, and works on them one-on-one or in groups to help them read up to a higher level. And as I talked to her about what I wanted to do, she told me about how a lot of the kids that she works with don't have any books or very many books at home, so they don't get any exposure outside of school. So during the summer, they're not reading. After school, they're not reading. And if you're not reading, you're not retaining the skill of reading. So I then realized that I wanted to get books into the hands of kids who don't have them. But there's a catch. There isn't an organization that works within the Cedar Valley, in Waverly, Shell Rock, and everything, that will get these books into the hands of kids who don't have them. I didn't want to have kids from Waverly, Shell Rock bring books in and have those books go to Detroit or Phoenix or some big city where they wouldn't be making an impact on the community. I wanted these Waverly Shell Rock books to go to Waverly Shell Rock kids who needed them. So Riley and I decided to reach out to our old elementary school, which was West Cedar, and I reached out to Shell Rock, which is where my little brother is currently going for preschool. So we stayed pretty close to where we came from. We put out boxes, got stuff in the announcements, and I emailed the staff of Lincoln Elementary in Cedar Falls, which is where my mom works, because she told me that teachers there would love to hear about what I was doing back here. In the beginning, it was a lot of word of mouth. I know that the very first day that we had books come in, it was because Destiny heard us talking to Mr. Prescott, and she brought in books that she had at home. 2 days before the end of our book drive, we presented on Catch the Spirit Day, and we got a lot more books. And we decided to mimic a bigger organization, which is where we got the book drive idea, RIF, which is reading is fundamental. You donate books and they send them out to schools. So that was pretty much our action plan of what we were going to do and what we wanted to do. Our successes were, well, one of our biggest successes was the amount of books we ended up with in the end. It was quite a big surprise for us because we weren't expecting that many books. We ended up with 969 books in all once we finished counting and boxing. And that was just from kids here at WSR Middle School and teachers at Cedar Falls Lincoln Elementary. Another was the acceptance of books. I talked to Mrs. Lyons and Mrs. Ballman, the principals at both of the schools, and they were delighted to have the books delivered. Mr. Prescott also helped us out by delivering books that were more suitable for an older audience to the jail because he goes there. And we'll be taking books to Cedar Valley Friends and Family soon. Our failures. I wouldn't say that our planning was a complete failure, but it wasn't the most successful part of our project. And you notice Mr. Prescott's smiling because he told us that we needed to plan a little bit better. We weren't expecting as much success as we received, which isn't a bad thing, but when you're only expecting like 100 books and you get 969 books, it's a little overwhelming, especially when you have to work around other people's schedules and stuff. But it was still a good sort of problem, and we still need to find a way to get the books to Cedar Valley Friends of the Family. So, what I've learned adults are looking for kids who have a passion to help others. I reached out to the adults who worked with my mom, and they were so excited to help. I mean, my mom got so many books on the first day. People were emailing me, asking me about, who came up with the idea for this project, and why was I doing it, and what inspired me to do this. And when I would just talk to random adults, when they asked me about what I was doing in school and I told them about this, they were so excited to hear that there were young people out there who wanted to help others. And the principals were both really excited too that we had books for them. They were also a little bit surprised because it's not every day that a kid, an 8th grader, comes up to you and tells you that they want to help you with something. In conclusion, after we donate the books to Cedar Valley Friends of the Family, we'll not be continuing with our project. But what I have learned from this, I think I will carry with me forever. Because it's really easy to do something with others if you're really passionate about it. If you enjoy it, it isn't work. And I can't speak for Riley since she's not here. But I really enjoy helping kids. And this may have had a lot of different aspects to juggle, and stuff may not have gone as smoothly as either of us planned on it. But rarely it actually felt like work. So I really liked the project, and I thought it was a great way to figure out what you were passionate about. And that is my showcase project.
Questions for Jaelyn? Kristen?
When did you drop off the books to West Cedar and Charlotte?
Yes.